Hello, hello, and welcome back to GoodKnit Kisses. I'm your host, Kristen, and I am here to encourage, inspire, and equip and empower you to new levels in your creativity. And today we are working on bobbins. This is a yarn bobbin, and this is what is this? A ribbon bobbin. So what is a bobbin? A bobbin allows you to pull continuously from a small amount, and it's like pulling it from your spool or say a skein, and it has this continual thing. So what's really cool about it is if you are on a let's say a needle knitting project, a loom knitting project, a crochet project, if you're on any one of those and you need a small amount of yarn for color stranding, you don't need a ton, or maybe you're at the end of your project. Here's a piece that I'll be using for a tutorial, and I just need a little bit here, and then I'm going to work in a color here. So let me show you how to make this here in a second. I'm going to show you all the different ones. So instead of grabbing a ball, if I was to have this hanging down, this could like roll all around, pets or kids or whatever, and I could get things caught in it, so people might want it. Babies and animals might want to take it. It'll get out of control. So having the bobbin actually has it where I can just pull from it. Otherwise, this thing rolls out of control, or you need to have a little yarn bowl. This was a bowl made by a friend, Nikki. And this is a spool, so if you had a yarn in a spool, then you might do something weird like this to try and keep it on here, or put a rubber band. And so I'm going to show you a way to make even the widest of yarn to the smallest or widest of ribbon to the smallest of ribbon to yarn to put in things, and you can put them in little baggies to store them and see it, and then you don't have to have all these spools here for your very small scraps. So let's show you how to make these here. Okay, so the same thing is used, same technique, even if you have a wide ribbon. Okay, so this is going to be able to do it. I'm going to show you, this is how quickly it'll come. We're going to do something like this, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute, but see how you can do something wide. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make this. All you need is a crochet hook, or maybe a loom pick or tool if you've got one, or you can use your fingers. I've got a mess of yarn here, and I'm going to make this little mess of yarn into something like this. So this is called a bobbin, or call it a butterfly bobbin. I've been making them for years with ribbon, and I never really thought about putting it into a bobbin for the yarn until recently. Moogly did a blog on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can show everybody this. Her video takes her fingers and does this and creates it using these fingers. I've always used my thumb and my pinky, so I'm going to use that. So we're going to take our yarn here and put a tail and just let it hang down, okay? And then I'm going to put it around my thumb, between my thumb and my index finger, go around. You can do it right or left-handed. And then we're going to do a figure 8, and we're going to go to between our ring finger and our pinky and go around here, and then go around our thumb and then our pinky. And so we just keep going, and I kind of push and hang tight between those until I've got enough on there. And so we just continue on. Let's see, hold on, let me do something real quick. All right, so we're gonna go around, keep going, keep going. See how fast I can go? I can go very small. I can keep my hand stationary. I can do this in a hurry. This is great when you're trying to wrap up working in a knitting session or something with someone, and you're like, I've got this crazy ball, I'm gonna fix it. So this is going to be what's coming from your project, okay? Coming from your project. And this is what's coming from the end of the yarn ball. This is the tail. You'll clip it. You'll want to make sure that, so if you're trying to load up and get some ready for a project, you can have this come from your project and say, oh, I need several yards, but I know I don't need the whole ball. Then you could stack it up until it gets to too much for you, and then cut it. So this is a cut section. I'm just going to unwrap it from my thumb just to get a little extra tail, about 9 inches or so. And I'm going to tuck it between my fingers here. And I like to use these fingers instead of these because I have more space between here than I do between here for this technique. So you're just taking this extra yarn and you're pulling it through this little part in your palm. Go all the way around. All the way around. Okay, and so now I've got a little bit of a tail left, and I'm going to take my crochet hook And I'm going to insert it underneath these that I've wound around. Doop. All right, and then now I'm going to get this tail, kind of pinch it and hold it. And let's see if we can sort of grab around that and pull it through. Boop. All right, so that did it really well. What if it's really thin, right? This one right here, I'm going to put it here just so you can see it. When I wound this around, I end up having to use this real thin little pick here, and I just went right in through, and then I was able to pull it right out because it was a smooth, this was really nice and smooth. So this sharp pick was really nice to just get up underneath there. I probably wouldn't use it with this because this is kind of like a knit tube. But anyway, once I'm done, I've got that set, I've got it ready, and my bobbin is ready, excuse me. And watch how it works. So I pull it, and you see the yarn pull right out. See that? Isn't that cool? And so as you need it for a project, it's just going to hang there on the back of your work. So let's see, it's hanging like this. And then you just keep going, and then and you just pull from it when you need it. Isn't that cool? All right, so let me do it with some yarn here. I've got this one right here, and this is a paper satin ribbon. And I just grab it and do the same thing. Now, paper satin can get kind of wrecked if it gets crushed. So we're going to, let's see, hang on one second. Okay, sorry, I was checking my comments on the live video. So I can wrap it around and keep it from actually crimping and just go around. See how this is nice and smooth? And if I was to wrap it around, it would wreck the ribbon, right? So I can take it and pinch it, pull that off. Okay, and now I can do what I've done here. I've taken a chenille stick, pipe cleaner, creative stick, people call them different things, and then I can just take this and pinch it around here. I could even take one I've already used and kind of cinch these together and have them for storage for when I'm ready. So I would take them with another one, and I put them in a little plastic baggie. And these would be for storage for later. And then I can get them out of my craft drawer and I can see them really well. Isn't that cool? All right, so you have now learned how to make a bobbin. I love to know when you use it in your project, come back and make a comment on here and tell me if you found that more useful than rolling up a little ball and having it bounce all over the place, or trying to put it back onto a spool. This one, what I've done is I've got a full spool, and then I tried to put the extra piece on here. And so I'm actually going to use this technique, and I can finish this out and make a separate one from this, and even wind this on here and get rid of this hard spool, right? Okay. So I hope that you've found this helpful today. Again, I'm Kristen at GoodKnit Kisses. I'm here to encourage, inspire, equip, and empower you to new levels in your creativity. Be sure and click to subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can get notifications when I go live or when I have a new video coming out. I have a video every Friday on my YouTube channel, so be sure and not miss it. All right, have a great day. Happy knitting and crochet. Bye, everyone.